In the last video, I shared with you what is semaphore and the implementation of semaphore with no busy waiting. Today, I'm going to show you a dry run of that code. This is the entry section with the wait function, and this is the exit section in this called signal function. It is also called up or V. This is also called P or down. Okay, we have critical section. Let's say over here. Okay, denoted by P CS. Let's say the value of S semaphore integer value is 3. Let's begin. Okay, the process goes into wait entry section. The value of S is decremented. For example, P1 comes, it goes to critical entry section. S becomes 2 because we have S is value of S minus, so S becomes 2. First it was 3. Then a condition is checked whether the value of S is less than 0. Is it less than 0? No, it's 2. So the process will successfully go to the critical section. Okay, let's say P2 comes, process 2. The value of S gets decremented from 2 to S. S is equal to 1. Then we check the condition again. Is the value of S is less than 0? No, right? It's 1. So the process can successfully go to critical section. P3 comes, the same condition is checked. First the value of S is decremented. It becomes 0. Condition is checked. Is S less than 0? No, goes to critical section. P4 comes. Is the value of S decremented from 0 to minus 1? We check if S is less than 0. Yes, it is less than 0. What happens if it is less than 0? The process goes to suspended list, or we could say it is blocked. Okay, so let's say this is the suspended list. P4. Just look at P4. Don't look at P5. P4 goes to suspended list. Then P5 comes along. Value of S is decremented again. It becomes minus 2. The condition is checked whether S is less than 0. S is less than 0, right? It is minus 2. So P5 goes to suspended list. P5 is added to suspended list. Okay, this one. Then what happens is the critical section, the processes are P1, P2, P3. Okay, P4 and P5 are in the suspended list. Now we check if P1 wants to exit the critical section. Okay, so let's say P1 wants to exit. The exit code is written over here. Signal value will be incremented, then the condition will be checked, and if it's true, the process will be woken up. So let's say P1 exits, so the last value of S was minus 2. This becomes minus 1 because we're adding 1 to it in signal code, exit code, S++. Okay, we check the condition, is value of S less than or equal to 0? Yes, it is. So we remove a process from suspended list. Now, why did we choose P4? Because it's Q, right? So first in, first out. P4 came in first, we are removing it first. So remove P4 from suspended list. Okay, done. So now the critical section has P2 and P3. P1 has exited successfully. Now let's say P2 also wants to exit. So it will decrement the value of S from minus 1 to 0. Now the condition is checked again. Is S less than or equal to 0? Yes, it is. So we remove the last or whatever process is left in the suspended list first. P5 is left, so we remove P5, right? So this is the suspended list. Now, one thing that you want to understand is when P4 was removed from the suspended list, or whenever any process is removed from the suspended list, it goes back to a ready queue or ready list. This process is called waking up a process when it goes from suspended list to ready queue. Okay, now in the ready queue, it doesn't directly go to the critical section. It has the option of trying again into going to the critical section by again entering the entry section, checking the condition. If it's false, it goes to critical section. If this is true, it then again goes to the suspended list. So this keeps on happening. You need to understand that waking up a process means putting it from suspended list to the ready queue so it can try again going to the critical section. Okay, so the ready queue over here is P4 and P5. They can try again to go to the CS. This was it. Thank you.